Assalamu alaikum, ninth class. Today in Pakistan Studies lesson, we will discuss the topic the ideology of Pakistan in the light of the statements of Allama Muhammad Iqbal and Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. You know that Allama Muhammad Iqbal and the father of the nation, Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, were the most prominent leaders, those who played their role in the establishment of Pakistan. These two leaders explained the ideology of Pakistan in the most appropriate words in their speeches. Allama Iqbal presented the concept of a separate Muslim state before the Muslims, and while Quaid-e-Azam led the active Muslim political struggle to give a practical shape to this idea. And at last, Pakistan came into being on 14 August 1947. Like Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, Allama Muhammad Iqbal was also a great supporter of Hindu-Muslim unity. But in the light of later developments and events, he changed his thinking and he put forward the idea of a separate state for the Muslims of Indo-Pak subcontinent. The annual session of the Muslim League was held at Allahabad in 1930, which was presided over by Allama Iqbal. And in this session, he delivered his historical speech in which Sir Syed's two-nation theory was explained and the idea of Pakistan was presented. Allama Iqbal in his address said that Islam is not only a set of beliefs and rituals or mere its verbal recognition, rather it is a religion which gives its followers the idea of a political system. He said that I would like to see the Punjab, Northwest Frontier Province, Sindh and Balochistan amalgamated into a single state. It appears to be the final destiny of the Muslims of northwestern India. He said that quite a large Muslim province would come into being. In this province, the Muslims would live according to their religion and culture and would not insist on their separate electorate. This is the only way to do away with the communal rights in the subcontinent. In this way, the northwest part of the country could take the form of a separate political system. Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah also explained the two-nation theory and the ideology of Pakistan on several occasions in a very comprehensive manner. He was a supporter of two-nation theory and he believed in the separate Muslim nationhood. Once he said that Muslims are a nation according to any definition of a nation. Muslims have their own religion, Muslims have their own culture, Muslims have their own civilization, Muslims have their own moral values, their social systems. So according to any definition of a nation, Muslims are a nation. So they must have their own homeland. On 23rd March 1940, in his presidential address at the historical session of Muslim League at Lahore, he said, Hinduism and Islam are not merely two religions, but they are two separate social orders. So it is a crazy dream that Hindus and Muslims can evolve a common nationality. They belong to two different civilizations which are based on conflicting ideas and conceptions. One of his letters to Gandhiji, Quaid-e-Azam wrote these words about the separate Muslim national identity, that we are a nation with our own distinctive culture and civilization. We have distinctive language and literature, art and architecture, names and nomenclature, sense of value, legal laws, moral codes, custom, calendar, history, traditions, ambitions, and in short, we have our own distinctive outlook on life and of life. So, by all canons of international law, we are a separate nation. After Pakistan came into existence, Qaid-e-Azam explained the ideology of Pakistan in these words that we should have a state in which we could live as free men and which we could develop according to our own culture and civilization, and where principles of Islamic social justice could find fair play. So, the speeches and statements of these two great leaders of Indo Pakistan subcontinent help us in understanding the ideology of Pakistan. Both leaders have proven again and again that Hindus and Muslims are two separate nations. Therefore, Muslims had the right to have their own separate homeland where they could live in accordance with their religious, cultural, and social values.